Early settlement and Edo period, pre-1600. The history of Tokyo begins long before it became the bustling metropolis known today. Archaeological evidence suggests human settlement in the area as early as 30,000 BC. These early inhabitants lived in the Musashino Plateau, utilizing the region's abundant natural resources. However, it wasn't until the Heian period, 794-1185 AD, that the area now known as Tokyo started to gain significance. Establishment of Edo, 1457. In 1457, Oda Doken, a samurai warrior poet and military tactician, built the Edo Castle, which laid the foundation for the city of Edo. Edo, which means estuary, became a strategic military and trading post due to its advantageous location at the mouth of the Sumida River. The establishment of Edo Castle marked the beginning of the city's transformation from a small fishing village to a significant military hub. Tokugawa shogunate and the rise of Edo, 1603. The most pivotal transformation occurred in 1603 when Tokugawa Ieyasu established the Tokugawa shogunate and declared Edo as his seat of power. As the political and military center of Japan, Edo's population grew rapidly, becoming one of the largest cities in the world by the 18th century. The city's grid layout and numerous waterways facilitated transportation and trade, further enhancing its growth. Growth of Edo as a cultural center, 17th to 18th century. Edo not only served as the political heart of Japan but also flourished as a cultural hub. During the Edo period, the city saw the rise of kabuki theater, ukiyo-e woodblock prints, and the haiku poetry of Matsuo Basho. The vibrant cultural scene attracted artists, writers, and performers, establishing a rich cultural heritage that persists to this day. The Great Meiji Fire, 1657. One of the most devastating events in Edo's history was the Great Meiji Fire of 1657. The fire raged for 3 days, destroying more than half of the city and killing an estimated 100,000 people. The disaster prompted significant rebuilding efforts, including wider streets and better organized neighborhoods to prevent future fires. This reconstruction also saw the improvement of infrastructure, contributing to the city's resilience and further growth. End of isolation and opening of Japan, 1853 to 1868. The arrival of Commodore Matthew Perry's Black ships in 1853 marked the end of Japan's 200-year policy of isolation, Sakoku. The subsequent Treaty of Kanagawa opened Japanese ports to American trade, leading to increased foreign influence and modernization. Edo played a crucial role in this transformative period, eventually culminating in the fall of the Tokugawa shogunate and the Meiji Restoration in 1868. Renaming of Edo to Tokyo, 1868. With the Meiji Restoration and the return of imperial rule, Emperor Meiji moved the capital from Kyoto to Edo, renaming it Tokyo, meaning Eastern Capital. This move symbolized the ushering in of a new era of modernization and Westernization. Tokyo quickly began to transform, adopting Western technologies and infrastructural developments. Modernization and industrialization, late 19th century. The late 19th century saw rapid modernization in Tokyo. The introduction of railways, telegraph lines, and gas lighting changed the city's landscape. The completion of the Tokyo-Yokohama Railway in 1872 was a significant milestone, enhancing connectivity and commerce. This period also saw the establishment of educational institutions, including Tokyo University, now the University of Tokyo, which played a key role in modernizing Japan. The Great Kanto Earthquake, 1923. On September 1, 1923, Tokyo and its surrounding areas were struck by the Great Kanto Earthquake, one of the most devastating natural disasters in Japanese history. The earthquake and subsequent fires killed over 140,000 people and left much of Tokyo in ruins. The reconstruction efforts that followed led to significant urban planning reforms, modern building codes, and the expansion of infrastructure, shaping the modern layout of the city. Pre-war expansion and militarization, 1930s. In the 1930s, Tokyo experienced significant growth and modernization. The city's expansion was driven by industrialization and the militarization efforts of the Japanese government. Infrastructure projects, such as the construction of major roads and the development of public transportation systems, were undertaken to support Tokyo's growing population and strategic importance. World War II and the bombing of Tokyo, 1940s. Tokyo suffered extensive damage during World War II, particularly from the firebombing raids conducted by the United States in 1945. These raids resulted in the destruction of much of the city's infrastructure and the deaths of an estimated 100,000 civilians. The devastation left Tokyo in ruins, but the post-war period would see the city rise from the ashes. Post-war reconstruction and economic miracle, 1950s to 1960s. The post-war reconstruction of Tokyo was a monumental task that paved the way for the city's rapid economic growth. The 1950s and 1960s, often referred to as the period of Japan's economic miracle, saw Tokyo emerge as a global economic powerhouse. Infrastructure was rebuilt, modern industries flourished, and the city expanded rapidly. The 1964 Tokyo Olympics symbolized Japan's recovery and re-emergence on the world stage. 1964 Tokyo Olympics. The 1964 Summer Olympics were a defining moment for Tokyo, showcasing its recovery and modernization to the world. The event led to significant infrastructure developments, including the construction of the Shinkansen, bullet train, and new expressways. The Olympics not only boosted Tokyo's international profile, but also spurred economic growth and urban development. Economic bubble and burst, 1980s to 1990s. The 1980s saw Tokyo at the heart of Japan's asset price bubble, characterized by skyrocketing real estate and stock prices. During this period, Tokyo became one of the most expensive cities in the world. However, the bubble burst in the early 1990s, leading to a prolonged period of economic stagnation known as the Lost Decade. The impact of this economic downturn was felt across Tokyo, affecting both businesses and residents. 1995 Tokyo subway sarin attack. On March 20, 1995, Tokyo was the site of a horrific terrorist attack when members of the Aum Shinrikyo cult released sarin gas in the Tokyo subway system. The attack killed 13 people and injured over 5,000, shocking the nation and the world. This tragic event highlighted vulnerabilities in urban security and led to increased counterterrorism measures in Tokyo and across Japan. Tech boom and urban redevelopment, 2000s. The early 21st century saw Tokyo embracing its role as a global tech hub. The city became a leader in technology and innovation, with significant developments in electronics, robotics, and information technology. Urban redevelopment projects transformed areas like Roppongi and Shibuya into modern commercial and cultural centers. These changes helped Tokyo maintain its status as a leading global city. 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami. Although the epicenter was far from Tokyo, the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and subsequent tsunami had significant repercussions for the city. The disaster affected infrastructure and caused power shortages, leading to a re-evaluation of Tokyo's disaster preparedness and energy policies. The event underscored the need for resilience in the face of natural disasters. Winning the bid for the 2020 Olympics. In 2013, Tokyo won the bid to host the 2020 Summer Olympics, a testament to its global stature and ability to host major international events. Preparations for the Olympics involved extensive infrastructure projects and urban improvements, aimed at showcasing Tokyo's modernity and hospitality. Although the Games were postponed to 2021 due to the COVID-19 pandemic, they highlighted Tokyo's resilience and adaptability. COVID-19 pandemic and its impact, 2020 to 2021. The COVID-19 pandemic had a profound impact on Tokyo, as it did on cities worldwide. Lockdowns, social distancing measures, and economic disruptions affected daily life and the city's economy. The pandemic also accelerated digital transformation and remote working practices in Tokyo. Despite the challenges, the city adapted and continued to function, demonstrating its resilience in the face of a global crisis. Ongoing urban development and sustainability efforts, 2020s. As of the early 2020s, Tokyo continues to evolve, focusing on sustainability and smart city initiatives. Projects aimed at reducing carbon emissions, improving public transportation, and enhancing green spaces are underway. Tokyo's commitment to innovation and sustainability ensures that it remains at the forefront of global urban development, preparing to face future challenges while preserving its rich cultural heritage.